Okay, I don't know if you can see this clearly, but I have like a Silent Hill 2 shirt on right now. I have three Silent Hill 2 shirts, and I bought them all courtesy of a certain website or online store that sells fast fashion products. Because your boy is trying to be ballin' on a budget, as they say. So anyway, today I want to address the topic of why do so many Christians love Silent Hill 2? So to offer you some background, many American Christian millennials grew up either playing or hearing about or obsessing over the original Silent Hill 2. I wasn't raised in a Christian background, but I always found the game incredibly fascinating, despite the fact that today we would deem its visuals and certainly some of its audio work primitive or awkward at best. So I have personally undergone coming and going obsessions with the game and its soundtrack. And there was a point at which, and this is embarrassing now, but I wrote like a 15,000 word essay or something about all of the kind of moral and psychological lessons you could learn from the game. It was a handwritten essay that I wrote when I was at my father's house, and I'm glad I never posted it anywhere because it probably would have just gotten me branded as some kind of insufferable tryhard. Maybe unlike these lazy videos in which I don't even polish my appearance. But I want to just answer the question as clearly as I can, especially for those of you who are scratching your head about why someone who wakes up and, maybe lights a candle and reads their Bible and stays abstinent and goes to church would love Silent Hill 2. Because it certainly features content that can be considered depraved by people who have a very deep investment in protecting their innocence. So, Silent Hill 2 depicts a psychological universe in which Jesus is desperately needed, but also nowhere to be found. So it's a world in which people sin in grave ways. This is offering a spoiler of the game, although you should watch a playthrough of it if you haven't. But despite their sins, they do not find salvation. There's no classic salvation in this universe. So if you haven't seen a full playthrough of the game, or you haven't really introspected on its plausible significance in your life, and you haven't read Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky, then ask yourself, how would you turn out if you never felt forgiven for your sins? And if you never thought that you could ever be forgiven for your sins? Your worst sins, your most persistent ones, your most intense ones. When you have the answer to that question in your mind, then you will understand maybe what triggers a little flicker of recognition and maybe a pang of sort of aching compassion for the characters in this game. So, if you haven't read Crime and Punishment, I'm sorry, I'm kind of laboring on this point, and you don't want to read summaries of it, then I would recommend that you look up a playthrough of this game. I think if you want to secure an original copy of it, you might have to fork out a few more bucks than maybe working class people can manage to summon for like an impulse buy of something that may not necessarily suit their gaming preferences. If you're out there and you think, well, video games are just a stupid form of entertainment and a means by which to waste your time and secure cheap dopamine hits, then you have to understand that there are profound lessons you can derive from them. And there are even sophisticated academic works written about them. So I won't get into that whole debate, but yeah, I would say that not only video games, but various sorts of gamers from different economic backgrounds, with different health conditions and different ability levels, have always been there to reflect on life with me when, say, more prestigious or successful people weren't. So I have a sort of deep closeness and protective attitude toward the American gaming community because, you know, even if I was down and out and I couldn't always take care of myself properly, I could like earnestly discuss the merits of certain games with other random, typically guys who might have had, a ton of money or no money, and we would find some means by which to bond, sort of in the same way that people from all different backgrounds can bond over the game of chess. So that's something to keep in mind, alright? Keep looking for the deeper meaning behind surface level appearances that show up in your life, and you will never lack for wisdom or insight. Alright, thank you for watching. Have a good day. Stay sharp and sober, and God bless you.